Out the gate.
What if I said zombie, lemon head?
Bro he said orange too though. That's what really jacked me up. Was like he said orange and she said, oh, lemon head. Didn't make any sense to me, but it made sense to them. Out the gate, we only gonna do about an hour. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired. I was gonna be tired no matter what time we was gonna do it at. Just given the shit that I was gonna be doing, and you got somebody here waiting on you, so it's like, you know, at the end of the day.
Oh, snitch!
What? Because I said you had somebody waiting on you. That's what I tell her. Oh man, we moved to go.
I've been outside for a little while. I got plenty to talk about.
Oh, no, that's fine. It wasn't about the talking. I know you've been outside. I have nothing. I have no qualms against that. Reason why we missed last week. I came home from work Thursday, man, and I left at 3:00. And as soon as like I got to the house, I just had this feeling like, yo, I don't feel right. So I took a nap, told my boss or one of my bosses I wasn't gonna be in, and for the rest of the day. And I woke up around 6, and my temperature was like 102. So I was like, nah, that's crazy. I haven't had a fever in forever. Like, what am I, 6? Right? Like, I felt like I've had every germ you can have known to man as far as common colds and COVID. And, you know, she said it was 80 in the room. It felt like 35 to me. And I was sick after that for the rest of the week until about Monday, man. And you know it was bad. I didn't play golf. I didn't do nothing. I stayed in the house. And that kind of, that was like purgatory to me, you know. So I ended up missing a few events, man. You know, Christmas parties. I actually got Lex's gift right here on the side of me right here, man. He was hoping that I didn't pull him, but I did pull him. So, and he came up with the idea that we should open it up on air. And I thought that what I got you was pretty legit. So, but yeah, I'm glad you didn't open it up and not in my presence because I wanted to see your face. You know, when I gave it to you. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So other than that, you've been gone too. So that's why, you know, you was on a vacation, right?
You can say that.
What you mean? It was vacation.
Yeah, I was on vacation.
Now, you said something to me interesting. Tell the people where you went so I can ask my questions and it not seem crazy.
Which part? The cruise?
Yeah.
I went to Ensenada.
All right. Did you touch ground in Ensenada?
No.
That's that's the part that got me. It was like, yo, like why you touch Earth?
From what I was told was the activities that was available and all the other stuff. It was like anything that was actually cool that we wanted to do probably was going to take a while to get to.
So you didn't want to step foot either
and
way.
So it was kind of like, oh, you didn't want to spend the whole day commuting just to do like one thing or whatever. So the activities on the boat that was like busy the whole time it was there, we put off for Sunday when a lot of people's gonna be off the boat, so we didn't have to wait in lines and stuff.
Oh, so when everybody left the boat, that's
when I got my rock climb on and
so you did all the cool shit in there. Okay.
Yeah, got a little.
Did you get in the water? The pool water?
Yeah, I did a slide.
Was it salty?
It wasn't fresh.
From as a kid, I remember the water being salty, like as in like they use salt water for the pool.
They might. I mean, I can't remember honestly because I was just trying not to die. Because they got the slide that goes like over the boat, so where you like out into the ocean, like oh shit, I could die at any moment.
Was it like it was
and
a
water?
Half tunnel?
Water's not really my bag. No, it's like a tunnel, but then as soon as you go over the water, it wants to be all clear so you can see through the shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And one of the tunnels was like, is this built for people my size? Like, is this a kid tunnel?
Oh, so if you were saying that, I definitely should stay away.
Yeah, they probably would have. They was weighing people at the top too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What was the weight?
I don't remember. It didn't really concern me, but
yeah.
The fucked up part was like it was like several flights of stairs to get up to that top. So if you couldn't go
for
up
10
there,
seconds of love, huh? And then
I think the slide was like 30 seconds long. Like it was long, but the thing is, if you couldn't get on it, you had to go all the way back down.
That claustrophobia that I would have in there for 30 seconds is a long time. And if 100%. You get stuck, they got to come get you, like unbolt you out.
Yeah,
you know
they got to get the jaws of life and shit. And you got to wait.
That's why they not really.
Yeah, man, being like on a ship at nighttime and you peek outside and it's pitch black.
Yeah, it mess with you a little bit.
Hell yeah.
How they gonna find us?
Yeah, I think it was cool. It was cool, you know. I was just really disappointed in the food.
Really?
It was super mid.
Who were you with?
Who was I with?
Yeah, no. I mean, like the cruise line.
Royal Caribbean.
My mom, so we going on the cruise next
They
year.
said it was good, but they said I guess they like haven't recovered since COVID or something, so shit got switched up.
Like I mean, you got to mass produce it for the whole shit.
Yeah, I mean, logically, I got to the point where I was like, I mean, there was so much to try. Like, I had plenty of food. I ate like shit. I was always full.
Was it worse than Vegas hotel food?
Vegas hotel food.
Some certain little like hole in the wall spots is terrible. Like you know, like, but is it worse than hometown?
Ooh, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
It wasn't that much better though.
That's kind of bad.
It wasn't that much better.
That's kind of crazy. They didn't have like seafood or nothing.
They had like everything.
And did you try the seafood?
I don't fuck with seafood. Period.
Oh, so you don't know what it was like.
Not the seafood, but I had like pretty much everything else,
like mashed potatoes and shit like that,
and all the different like cultures and stuff. Even they had like a Mexican bar on the outside of the buffet by the pool, and I was like, all right, well, like if they were fucking the French fries up, I knew it was gonna be a wrap on the weekend. Like, all right,
you don't want to try the Southwest bar, I see, huh?
I did. I tried everything outside of seafood. I just had, I had like 4 soft serves a day.
I'm really disappointed in the fact that you didn't get off the boat, though. That's the part that like gets me more than anything.
I mean, if everybody that I was with wanted to get off the boat, I would have got off the boat. I was just taking their word for it. Like, okay.
So would you do a cruise again, just not the Ensenada?
I don't know.
Are you not a ship guy?
I just don't know if I'm a ship guy.
That's what it is then.
I don't know.
Because they do, like, I think we're going to do the 7-day joint.
Yeah, that's...
But we going to different spots. So
yeah, the spots you going to and you getting off the boat and stuff like that, maybe it'll, work out.
Yeah,
but,
Puerto Rico was one of them. Like, I was like, oh, Puerto Rico should be cool. They get off for a little bit, be on the boat. Yeah. Plus, I got my whole family with me, so it's not like I'm missing anything. You know what I mean? Like, I know what that feeling is like to go out somewhere and not have them with me, and I'd be like, damn, I wish they could experience this. But now they get to experience it.
But they was charging like $9 a day to drink soda.
How much was the alcohol ban?
I don't even know. I wasn't looking at that.
$9 a day is crazy. Well, I just wanted to know because I'm not going to even be out there on that type of time.
Well, yeah, that didn't concern me anyway. But I was like, damn, like that shit don't come. Like soda's cheap. That don't come with the cruise.
$9 is crazy.
$9 a day, not $9 for the weekend. And you which would be crazy too.
And it's only so much soda you could drink at this age, right?
That's my point.
How much was the water package? $3.99.
I don't even know what I did. Yeah, I was just. I mean, obviously,
if you were in the buffet, you got free soda. And free
no, you don't. No, you didn't.
Oh,
no, I think they had lemonade for you, and that it was pre-made. Like they didn't even put ice in that shit. They just had it on the thing. I was like, I ain't touching them fucking glasses.
Oh man!
Went into the escape room. I fucking lost.
On the boat.
On the boat, there was an escape
So, what other
room.
activities they have on there for people that may be interested in going on cruises?
I mean, I'm sure every boat's different, but stuff I participated in was rock climbing wall.
Okay, how high is that? 2 stories?
I don't even want to call it. It was 2 at most.
You got to get harnessed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was the water slides. There was a pretty decent gym. There was plenty of like at all the bars in the middle part. There was like a bunch of like trivia activities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was the escape room. There was some sort of ice skating show, something. We did a battle of the sexes thing. And I participated in a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because the people I was with kind of like were like, no, you about to do all this because
we're not.
I'm like a puppet to them.
Oh, okay.
Go make me laugh.
We brought you.
I won a free throw contest.
Did you?
Yeah, against like 30 other people.
Must have not been a lot of competition on the boat. I'm just saying, it's not like you pick up a rock and play every Sunday.
Right. Now, it wasn't, I mean, the rim was pretty forgiving.
I mean, you just have to make one, just keep making one?
Nah, I mean, the rules was different. I was thinking like, okay, free
European
throw,
style.
we was doing like a knockout competition or like you shoot until you miss. Okay, you made 5 in a row. Can you beat that?
Right.
But this dude was like, yo, y'all got 90 seconds to make as many as you want. I was like, oh, that's not a free throw competition because free throws are slower.
Right.
So now I just got to shoot.
Yeah.
And so I was
and
like,
the free throw competition is
I was
based
like,
off
dog,
of you getting to your little rhythm.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, dog, there's 30 people here. You're giving everybody 90 seconds.
How many contestants did you
There
have?
was 30 people.
Oh yeah, that's too many.
And so it was taking
just said
forever.
that.
And then
That's like an hour thing.
yeah, so he kept switching the rules halfway. He's like, yeah, we ain't doing all that. But yeah, at first I was like, oh shit, am I here about to play all these little kids? Because all these little kids came over. I was like, man, I ain't about to do this.
Yeah.
And then luckily, like, a bunch of adults came through. I was like, all right, I can do that.
They looked at you first. If you was there first, I was like, oh, we got him.
No, I wasn't first. I think I went last.
We got him. No, I know, but I'm saying if you went up there first.
And if anybody who's been following my random postings of the cruise and wondering where the
he do it like he's 57. Bro would just show you a sunset. I'm
yeah, anybody
I had
that's
to look. I thought it was my dad's shit.
Looking for anybody looking for the footage of the free throw contest, there is none.
Oh man, that's funny as hell.
No. And then yeah, I mean, 3 days was enough for me.
Go ahead, play the music then, real quick, man. Here, and while you do that, we can make all this bag crinkling noises, and we'll switch up, and then you can take my bag, I take yours. Yes. I want to welcome y'all to the You Wasn't Outside podcast on the Grown Folks Podcast Network. I'm one of your hosts, not doing the most, normal ass Carl. To my front, I have my man at Just Lex, and together we form Voltron.
It's crazy.
I tried to say it as slow as possible, but he ain't hit the tags or nothing.
That shit went all the way left. And
nah,
cut
it's
me
all
off.
good, man. It's your
made me sign in.
It's your
DJ
first.
normal ass
It's his
Carl
first time back. Yo, you gotta knock the rust off of that
Noah's
shit.
Carter and Dick Lex.
So we were fortunate enough. Hand me my green bag too when you get a chance. We were fortunate enough to have a holiday party, and we had one yesterday. It's been a while. For my 30th birthday, I only invited a few people. I'm weird with the invites, right? Like Jonah, I invited Jonah this year. I felt like he had met enough of my people through time that it was cool to invite him. And his girl, she came too, his fiance, and we had a good time laughing.
You was like controlling. You was like the MC of like the game portion of the night.
That's the only thing that brings people together.
You didn't perform well in any game.
No. My team, the camaraderie. If we talked about like my brother-in-law is on my team, and he'll admit it, right? He's not the most vocal person, right? And I think it's more so like
he was pretty vocal during that last game we played.
Yeah, because the disrespect was crazy. Disrespect. But yeah, we played Taboo. We played that.
We played Do You Know Me?
Do You Know Me?
We played Midnight Taboo. We played
Taboo.
Culture Tags.
Culture Tags. There we go. That coach. And then the last one we played was Oh Nah, You Fucking Lying.
Hey.
I like that one though. That one was cool.
Hey, the pressure Doug was feeling on his shoulders to get a point in Culture Tags.
That was crazy. Yeah, he had to get that one off.
I said, hey, man, we supposed to have the least amount of pressure. We ain't supposed to know none of this, right?
Yeah. And you did all right.
I did what
Jonah
you mean.
team did all right, too. My mom, Jonah and my mom on the same team. And you was on the team, too, huh?
Yeah, I held it down other than Lonzo and Adele.
Yeah, they did justice. But I think like the games, like this is what I was trying to tell you, bro. Like how loud it was in there. That 50-year-old birthday party I was at wasn't like that.
Well,
right?
Yeah, but I mean, you didn't expect that, did you?
What? That like the camaraderie in there?
Yeah, it's all family.
Yeah, it's like that all the time though. When I go to people's places, like I would expect, look, bro, if it's dancing and we all don't know each other, I feel like as a person you should know that. So that's why I bring the games. The games is how people would interact and talk with each other. That's why I made people count off like, yo, switch up or whatever, go talk to somebody or whatever, But I mean, it was a good time though. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, yo, it's been a while since I've had fun like that on the birthday week. Usually I just be anti like being around people and shit. I just chill at home or whatever because, it's one of those birthdays where people are gone or they, hit you with the nah, I ain't gonna make it. The weather was kind of fucked up and shit like that all week. Well, not all week, but just Wednesday and Thursday and some of Friday. But it was just like one of those things where I was like, I don't know. And it turned out to be cool. I had some family members I ain't seen in a while that was there too. And then, it was an event for my grandmother and them, my cousin that came in from DC. It was just an extra added thing. So it was just good to have everybody together and be festive in that. in
Yeah,
that
and
regard.
everybody was participating in the games. Nobody was acting like too cool or whatever.
Yeah. So that was all right. Yeah, because my other cousins that was there, the group that you ain't ever seen before, they real holy. So I was like,
That's why we had to dig through them cards.
We had to take some of that shit out.
We could have really turned up real quick.
But yeah, so you got this bag on the floor, man. So speaking of holiday spirit and shit like that, man. So my man, we got these bags on the floor. We're gonna open them up.
Let me set it up. We had a group chat. We had a group chat holiday party.
Exactly.
And we had Secret Santa.
Who'd you pull?
I pulled Mark.
Oh, got you. Okay.
And
who pulled me legitimately? Ben?
Mark.
Okay. Mark pulled me.
Mark pulled you. So
and you pulled Mark.
And I pulled Mark.
Okay, got it.
So this is from him, and he's gonna. That's why I said I want to do it on the show, because anybody who was listening, anyone who listens regularly might appreciate the callback.
Okay.
But we had, group chat. Obviously, we're in there talking shit for like an hour straight before, and then we
had a representative of my family in there though. My cousin Alonzo did make it out, so that was cool.
And you didn't make it because you was sick. And we did a little quick gift exchange, and we got straight to business, and we hit Monopoly one time.
There we go.
And Monopoly, it'll test the friendship sometimes.
Absolutely. And what you think about somebody.
and I'm a little rusty on adult Monopoly because I've been playing Monopoly Junior for so long.
Yeah.
And where all the strategies kind of you don't get to do it.
Right.
And so and so shout out to Jeff and Dave because they got real mad at me at this move I pulled.
Oh shit! Yeah, that sounds like some shit you would do.
I was desperate.
They kicked you out of fantasy football.
And
once.
to be fair, there was some semantics. I was about to win the game, but I did spread. We didn't leave. At the end of the day, it was me, Jonathan, and Debo till like 1 a.m.
Did you finish the game?
I got kicked out
of the house.
No, I got kicked out of the game, and then them two were going back and forth. Jonathan was supposed to mop everybody after the move I made.
Yeah.
But then Debo held on, and he was about to turn the corner, and they kind of got tied, and he was already in trouble because he said he was going to be home at midnight.
Oh, yeah. That should never work when you do that. Like when you tell your wife the time that you're going to be home.
I was like, especially if Monopoly on the table.
Yeah.
You got to relax.
You're not getting home at midnight, man. Nah.
But yeah,
I probably would have been home at midnight, but ain't no way. All right.
So this is from Mark, and this is a callback.
Oh, shit. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about right here. I'm not mad at this.
Hey, there it is.
I'm not mad at this. Yo, the Bob Ross Chia Pet, I'm not mad at this at all. Like, sometimes you got to get that off. I'm definitely about to put this in my planters outside. Like, don't play with me. I'm about to, and this raining season, I'm not mad at this
Can't
at
say
all.
he don't pay attention to the episode.
Nah, not at all. And I'm okay with this because I've always wanted to see this in real life. I've never seen one of these. You know how often I've been like I appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate
and the Bob Ross one is fire too. It's not like a regular porcupine or something.
Absolutely, yeah. It's go and it fits. Like I'm gonna have to make sure I trim up the hairline.
He was looking like Alonzo last night.
Huh? You not far. You comb that part out.
Hey, you ever seen the movie?
You comb that part out.
You ever seen the movie The Soloist with Jamie Foxx? Hey, what was my man's name in The Soloist?
I cannot remember, bro. But he was pushing that shopping cart with that safety vest.
Or you look like Mr. Glass from Unbreakable.
Oh shit, man! It ain't beating Lonzo's afro he had yesterday. We both came in and saw that. So that was. I appreciate you, Bart. Go ahead and open. So this is Lex's true gift from me. I didn't want to pick him up, but I got him, and this should be amazing right here.
Oh, got a little weight to it.
Yeah, it's got some weight to it. Heavy duty.
All right, let's see. We got something here. It's like a first aid kit.
Stay healthy. It's all the sunscreens you can get.
Oh, the nakedness. Oh, that's muscles.
Yep.
Trigger point therapy.
Yeah.
It's a gun I got on my motherfucking my chiropractor got one of these joints.
Now you got one.
Oh, this the wake you up joint.
Yeah, that's that was legit right there. Got all the attachments to it too, bro.
It was like getting a new set of clippers.
That's legit though.
Yeah, I could tell it's legit because it got some. That's how I judge my clippers. How
got
heavy
some-
they
got
are.
some weight on
that
it.
got a little heavy duty on it.
Yeah. You gonna be all right. You might have to charge that bad boy up.
Oh, that's what's up.
It's been sitting for a minute
This
though.
shit gonna sound like a motherfucking AK-47 hitting my
man.
thigh.
And you got a little pause. You got a little length on the handle to hold it upside down and hit that mid back. You're gonna be all right, man. Trust me.
I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, man. That's something that's gonna get. Look, you know what's funny? Not funny, but funny as in ironic. I'm one of those guys where like I gotta give practical gifts that people would actually use, right? And so I feel like you do enough in the day, whether it's sitting long time or if you go decide that you're gonna run hoops, run fives or whatever, you gonna want to crack that open. Especially coming from a guy that has to ask his wife to crack his back all the time, right? She hate doing that shit. So it's amazing to be able to have that.
Get the blood flowing before I run this little half marathon.
Oh yeah, when's that going? When's that coming up?
It's the 14th.
You ready? You can do the full thing?
I can do the full thing cardio wise.
I'm not telling about scoring, but I'm just saying you could run the full thing.
I can run the full thing. The only thing that I need to, the only thing that's gonna stop me is my plumbing.
Oh, your stomach?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because when I do my morning run to like test it out, I'll be like, I feel great, but I gotta take a shit.
You gotta change your eating pattern then.
And that's what I'm saying. I was like, I'm trying to judge like the last meal I'm supposed to have, what I eat, and like the proper hydration. You don't want to be too hydrated. Because I can't stop, man. I'm going to be mad that I did all this for the past couple months just to stop and not have it count in my mind.
I seen your workout thing, too. It said that you was up. You got a workout in. I'm like, he walking? He out here walking? I didn't mean to disrespect you like that, man. Go ahead, hit my hand class, bro. Let's go ahead. Let's get to it.
Your Apple Watch should be pinging all day when it come to me.
Nah, it just ping and say, Lex finished another walk, outdoor walk. 0.8 miles.
Oh, today it was a little off.
I didn't read that part. Today I didn't get it. I mean, today I got it, but I didn't read it. Like, yo, what did he? I just made that shit up.
Didn't nobody see like the 10-mile run or nothing?
Yeah, nah. We only see the 0.87 walk around whatever park out.
I just won my first Apple Watch competition today. Actually, somebody was like hit the button last week.
Were you up moving all 7 days?
Yeah. I close my rings every day except Sunday.
All your rings?
Yeah. All the time, every day except Sunday.
That's where you get all your points. Well, you get your points for the extra shit that you be doing.
Yeah.
See,
and I was like, he's smart because he want to compete when the kids is off of school and my shit's thrown off.
Right.
But yeah, he wasn't.
He still wasn't messing with you?
Nah.
Nah, I hit perfects every day. It be hurting. That's why I don't like doing it, because like it'd be like a day where I'm supposed to be resting and I still go to the gym anyway.
Yeah.
It'd be killing me, but. All right, random shit to fill in time. I wanted to talk about this, and we kind of swept it under the rug as a society. But I'm gonna paint out the scenario. You're 20. You meet a girl who's 16, and she's in an 8.
I said shit just like your dad last night.
No, wait, but yeah, shit.
You forgot you got to read? Shit.
He was so excited about that shit too. So you're 20. You meet a girl who's 16 in an 18 and up club, but she says she's 19. You mess around with her. Should you be in trouble for that?
Man,
now this is based off of this Josh Giddey situation. If you don't know who Josh Giddey is, he's a basketball player for the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? And I personally do not feel that Josh should get in trouble for this.
Yeah. When in the eyes of the law, I pretty much agree with that.
That he shouldn't, or
that
he
shouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah, and I feel like you should hold the establishment accountable, right? Like there's people that are scanning IDs, showing that somebody's, basically verifying that someone is 18.
Because that's what I'm going to argue in court, the technicalities. How is it even possible that I have a rendezvous with this person in this establishment if she's not supposed to be there?
Right.
It's kind of like, you ever seen the movie Liar Liar?
With Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
A long time ago.
So at the end of that movie, she was trying to kill this dude in divorce court, and skipping all the whole past, he can't lie, blah blah blah, but she ends up losing, even though she has all the evidence otherwise. She ends up losing for the simple fact she lied about her age when they were married, and she couldn't, in the eyes of the law, willingly go into marriage without her parents' signature, and she didn't have that, so the marriage was null and void from jump. So he won on a technicality. That's how I look at this situation.
Same thing.
Yeah.
And I think also you have to look at how he moved after he found out the information. It wasn't like he continued to hit her up or nothing like that, right? And at the time he was I think he was either 19 or he had just turned 20 like around that time, maybe like within a few months. So it's like if you go, he's not old enough to go to a 21 and up spot, so he's in the place that he's supposed to be at, right within that age group. You know what's funny is that when we went to DC, my cousin was here earlier before you came in, and she was talking about the house and shit like that. But when we went to DC the first night, we was at an 18 and up spot.
Yeah, I remember that story.
And
I was not there.
Yeah. You wasn't there. Now, it wasn't by choice, right?
For you, it wasn't by choice.
No, it wasn't my choice because my man said, and he a little wild. You've met him, so when you say it and somebody's met him, you know that, hey, yeah, he is kind of wild. But he was like, yo, the price has already fucked me up. He's like, we can get a bottle for $300. Like 2 bottles, actually. I said, what kind of shit is this? I know we in DC, it's a little
Still
cheaper.
wild to me.
That don't make no sense, though. $300 for 2 bottles? That don't even make no sense. So we get in there, long story less long. Now, what I will say is that the shoes are a dead giveaway. Like an 18 and up spot versus a 21 and up spot, like what the girls have on is completely different. So if you start looking around and these girls got on Air Forces and shit like that, they a little dirty, Jordan 1s or whatever, that's not what you see in the 21 and up spots.
And it's also different too because you talking as someone who's over 30 in that type of spot. My man's, you said he was 19. He's right there. So it's harder to judge that window when you're not that far out of it. Oh, and the times change. Like obviously the double standard of, because when I was 16, I was with a 19-year-old girl, and it wasn't a thing. Nobody made a thing of it.
Would you blame her parents too?
Would I blame her parents?
Yeah. If we had someone to blame, right? There's someone to blame for this, but it isn't Josh, right?
Oh, I thought you were talking about my situation.
No,
like,
but the same thing. Like if you like in your situation as being 16 with a 19-year-old woman or whatever, wherever y'all was going at, who can we blame? Are we blaming the 19-year-old person?
I mean, that's what the law's going to do.
But were you pretending to be a different age?
No, she been knowing me.
In that case, that's all her though, right? But I mean, if your kids is going out to these spots or whatever, man, I was thinking about this, man, because there's and I'm gonna tell this story right now because she's here right now, and I don't think she ever knew this, but there was a time. Look at her face change, like she gonna whip my ass right now.
She got the gloves on and shit.
So there was a time. Now, in her defense, there's nothing she could do about it. But me and Doug, and it's funny, Doug is gone now, so now she really can't ask him. But me and my boy Doug, when we were, I was 18 and he had maybe just turned 17. I had told my mom that last semester of school, hey, look, I'm going to go spend the night at Doug's house.
Oh, that play.
Doug said he was coming to spend the night at my house.
Yeah.
We left. We left the city.
Right.
That's
the TJ play.
We told a half truth though, right? Because we were going to a basketball game in Los Angeles the following day. But we ended up going to Los Angeles that night and ended up staying with some people that I knew. Now, it wasn't anything crazy that happened. Other than we went to Boomers and stuff like that and then spent the night and then hung out there. But again, I'm somewhere where I'm not supposed to be at, right? Like I'm all the way in Ventura. So at that point, like you can't necessarily blame my mom because I'm telling her this information of where I'm going. And if I'm 9.5 times out of 10,
I'm mad that you had to pull that type of lie to go play mini golf in LA.
We was hanging with some women though.
At age 18.
I was still in high school. See, my birthday's in December, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like I'm, and at that time it was basketball season. It was like right now, so I still had 6 more months in high school. But like I'm over here. So this young lady could have did the same thing. Oh, I'm going over to little Stephanie's house, and Stephanie says she was going over to her house. Parents didn't met, so now they not even double checking the information. And she may know somebody at the door, and now she's getting into this spot.
Well, that's another thing too. Is like, well, maybe not your mom, but like our generation as kids, the parents weren't as paranoid as we are as parents about our kids.
I'm pretty bad now.
I was paranoid.
Yeah, but I mean, our whole generation as parents is paranoid. We don't let them do nothing. As far as like, oh no, you can't be over there. Even if we kind of fuck with their parents, like, nah, you ain't about to be over there.
Yeah, like when she says that, like my kids can't, not until they about 16, 17, and at that point I might as well drop you off. But you can't walk up here.
I'm just like, yo, like
you can't walk up the hill here. Like I'm not letting you do that.
It's like, why are we freaking out? Like G's school was 90-second walk. My mom didn't know where I was. Like, we didn't have no GPS on us, no phones. She didn't know where I was for like 13 hours a day.
Yeah,
I was just gone. And she was just like, I'm sure he gonna pop up eventually and get him a plate of microwave nuggets.
But that ain't happening now.
No.
Nah.
Can't happen now.
But you know, there's too many weirdos here. Like now on this street, like bro, I've seen more homeless people now in the last few years walking up and down the street than I had when we was kids, bro. There wasn't too many random people. And now, you know, we got the sex offender app and shit. There's like 5 of them in the neighborhood.
The more you know, the more paranoid you get.
Hell yeah, we
if
ain't
the
going
information was available the way it is to us to them, they probably would have been just as paranoid. But
yeah,
it's an ignorance is bliss situation.
Fam, and then Dago TV don't help. You know, they done found a body in L.A. Garden. Yeah, I was like, yo, that's kind of crazy.
Someone just said that to me, and I was like, damn, in
the freezer, and somebody was like house sitting for a family member. Like, yo.
How you gonna be that fucking sloppy to be like, man, I need someone to watch my house, but not move the body?
No, that don't make no sense at all. And then think that they were gonna go in there looking through your shit in the first place. You know, people go and look through your shit. They just not gonna tell you that they did it. So.
Yeah, but you ain't got a camera by like most people look at people's medicine cabinets.
Yeah, that's simple.
That's the play.
Brunetta got me on that one time. I definitely went through her medicine cabinet once, but I was looking for floss, and I had to ask.
Oh no, well I think you should do that if it's a woman you just now meeting and you don't know her like that.
Okay, so now we're in the lane. I'm feeling. Look, we're festive right now, and I'm ready to take us there.
All right.
So I was telling her this story. Me and my wife, we have. She doesn't tell me she has a problem with me telling her these stories, but there was this one time, so I met this girl on some app, bro. It was some little chat app, and I was here in San Diego, and it's like one of those, geological based things. So I was here, and then I went back home, but I had met this white girl. And she was a little different, like almost like Rastafarian type, like
one of them?
Yeah, one of those.
Oh, yeah.
And love dark skinned dudes, right? Like one of those, right? Like why you look at my skin tone one more time just to match it up. So anyway, she comes from Dago to San Diego. And she comes from I said Dago to San Diego. She comes from Dago to
that
Fresno.
Means she was from above the air.
It's like she comes from Dago to Fresno for a weekend, right? And when she comes at one point...
For you?
Yes.
Okay.
But when she came through the door...
Said it before.
Look, she was built like Reggie White.
Okay.
She was a big girl. She didn't look like that in the photos though. This is like catfish.
It was chin up. It was a chin up picture,
bro. She was just the big calves, like the really big calves.
Yeah.
Like you can't even have those.
Ones where like if you're on the couch, she can't give you one of these. Nah, you're like, hey yo,
it's the ones that shake when every step she take, right?
She had a little cankle hanging over the high top side.
She was a big girl, man. Look, man. The fact that I'm telling you this means that I'm just happy I don't have to show you a photo of what she looked like. Like you have to live vicariously through my experiences by me telling you.
Oh, I'm good on that one.
Yeah. You didn't need to see
I don't need to live vicariously.
Shit, you know what? There's only one person that saw them, and the good thing is that we're not communicating right now. But because we lived together at the time, in a 2-bedroom, so it's just me and him. So, but anyway, so she came up. She went in the shower, right?
Straight away.
No. I'm just saying, like at some point she got in the shower.
Oh, I'm about to say,
right?
Man, that stairs really took a lot out of me.
No, we was on the first floor. But what fucked me up was like I was like, this purse right here. God damn it, what's in the bag?
How much cash you got?
I wasn't looking in the cash, right? Just dumbass me. I was like, yo, I just need to find something. Like the info that I'm getting don't make no sense.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you for this.
Yeah, I see the pill bottle.
Yeah, here we go. That's what I'm talking about.
And Google was around at this time, right? So I'm looking up this medication. It's a heavy dose psychotropic medication. And at that point, I was like, oh, she got to go. I still got 2 more days of this. Like, it's Saturday. She said she's leaving on Monday, right?
And she was staying with you, or she was just
staying
up there?
No, she was staying with me. Ain't nowhere else for her to stay. And the rest of the time there, I felt bad because I was like, yo, I had heavy questions, right? Of like, yo, why are you taking this type of medication?
Oh, so you told her you saw the pill bottle?
No, I never told her to this day. So if she listens to this or whatever.
Oh, you just said you had questions, but you didn't ask her.
Yeah, I just never asked her about it. But that instantly turned me off. So then my question to you.
You still beat, though?
Yes, before.
Before the pill?
Yeah, so after I was like, yo, what kind of person am I dealing with right now?
Yeah, see, that's the... If you already went and did that, then the whole medicine cabinet thing don't mean as much.
Why?
Because what I'm saying is, I'm not saying
you don't know if you have a fatal attraction on your hand.
No, I'm not saying you can't get any useful information from it.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is sometimes these girls be having some shit that they don't tell you about.
Men too.
Men too. But that's what okay, so I'm speaking to men and women. If this is a stranger, technically, like you don't really know him like that,
yeah,
and you using the bathroom, I'm not gonna think you funny for looking in their medicine cabinet.
Is that a move you pulled?
Yeah.
I need to know that. I need to know how you did this because you're not like a sneaky type of guy to me.
I'm not.
No, you know. I don't find you to be.
I think it's pretty simple. Hey, you got a bathroom? Can I use that?
And then you just go in and start going.
I go in there and I
turn the water on so the sound gets muffled.
Pretty quick with it.
Okay.
Just like, don't want to be there too long because like, she don't think I'm taking a shit or whatever. And that's kind of wild. So it's like, let me go in there.
Oh man,
I'll properly hydrate before I step in, so I actually have to go to the bathroom.
And I'm okay if it happens to me. I have nothing to hide. Like my cabinet is not crazy.
No, right, but I'm just saying, like
what's in your medicine cabinet?
I ain't got nothing in mine
at all.
Like for me, no.
Okay, my shit. I got like some grease, beard oil shit, my deodorant, toothbrush. And then that's pretty much it. Like the meds, I keep them downstairs, but I ain't got nothing crazy. It's like Advil and shit, Tylenol. But other than that, I don't take no meds. So it's like I ain't got really nothing crazy to be out here hiding.
Some people, some people do.
Single you just kept a spare condom in the top drawer too.
A what?
A spare condom.
What's that?
We not gonna start that narrative though. We gonna start being responsible.
That's also adamant about going through that medicine cabinet.
That whole motion is crazy too, right? Like when you get ready to get to the act, and you're like, all right, hold up, let me get up real quick and just open this drawer,
right,
and look vulnerable.
Yeah, because your ass is all in the air when you twisting around and shit.
Let me look vulnerable real quick. Now that's another one too, because I made sure I throw my own shit away.
Oh yeah,
yeah. like that. The matter of fact, that same weekend probably did too. Like just make sure that I throw my own shit away, man. Like I don't want to deal with none of that. But I don't know. I just think that like there's a lot of people that do it. It's like the same thing with people going through other people's phones. It's like you get this little rush. That's why like whenever like my phone has ever been gone through, like I've always understood it a little bit because I've had my own moments. I'm just picking and choosing what it is.
Yeah, I understand it. But it's like context plays such a big thing and everything. It's just like even knowing or being as self-aware as I am, I know if I look in someone's phone, I'm going to find something to be mad about. Even if I don't have the right context, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't do it. I have done it sometimes by accident. And then it's like, yeah, you're going to find something you don't like. And then sometimes it can be explained like, all right, whatever. Sometimes but then it's also like, but then I also know it's like, hey, I can go through my phone right now and I can probably pick something out that if someone else saw, they might take it a certain way, even though it's totally innocent. And so I if I were to go through someone's phone, I would have that mindset like, okay, maybe I don't have the full story here, or whatever.
Or it's not innocent. Like I made a comment last week that if you said it back to my wife, I'd be like, yo, that's kind of crazy, dog. Why would you say that? My Kanye joke, right? Like that ain't something that you would just want to just throw out there. I'm definitely not saying it on here because I want to make sure we get listens and shit like that. But like there are like if I'm amongst men that I feel like we could just speak absolutely freely to, then I'm gonna be a whole different version of me that most people don't get to experience. We're all the same way in that fashion.
I think everybody is the same way.
Yeah, it's an unwritten rule. Now, I don't know of any men that it's never came back to me any of the shit that I've said, right? But I've said some wild takes, right? And so, like, if my wife were to see those things, and she has, like, or before, like, on some other shit that I've said, and it was like, damn, when you say it back to me.
Now that I'm hearing it out loud, I can see why you feel that way.
When you say it back to me, it's kind of crazy. They don't repeat what I said. They either, give me a thumbs up or, we go down the dialogue. I didn't have to be accountable for all this shit. But yeah, how would you feel if somebody called you a Sunday play son?
Play son. I don't know if I've heard that one before.
If G walked in here right now, I said, "Oh, here come my play son."
That's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, normally you might default to uncle.
Yeah. You would,
but you just be like, "No, I'm your dad." That's fucking crazy.
With that. Oh man. It's getting hot now. I'm fucking crying because I ain't seen that look in his face in a long time, and that's how I know you got me fucked up.
And the funny part is, I can logically speak and say, "Gee, you kind of are my play son, right?"
Yeah.
But nah,
not from somebody else.
Because he's been asking a lot of questions lately.
As a man, though, that's okay. But what if a woman said it? Like, "Oh, that's my play son."
How old is G now?
No, that's your auntie.
Oh, okay, so you still have the same
okay, well,
it ain't the same amount of testosterone with a woman as it is with a man.
Let me back up because I'm definitely. Let me not try to be hypocritical because I definitely call. I mean, I call her mom, right?
Yeah.
So it's not that crazy to me in that sense.
But if I said it, yes.
Let me back up. Maybe it's because you asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me back up.
Your initial reaction was right, though. That was what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for.
Maybe it's not the craziest thing.
No, it's not.
But
it depends who I'm saying it to.
But I think it's different. But I think because when I do it, I'm doing it from a place of like, well, I don't really have a whole bunch at home. So, yeah, I kind of look to other people's parents for certain guidances.
But when I say it, it's malintent, like he fucking with me right
No, because I'm so active and I'm so present. It's like, no, there ain't no room. Ain't no room. You can just be an uncle.
Oh, shit. That's funny as hell. You can just be an uncle. It's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to know. That one I wanted to know. I don't think it's that crazy. I would probably just look at somebody like, my kids know the difference, right? Like, I'm sure your kids would know. No,
yeah, because I'm thinking about it right now. I'm like, all right, like Jonathan's mom. Oh yeah, this is my other son, and my mom felt some type of way about that. But it's like, for real.
What did she say to you?
She, shit, I don't know. This might be giving it up too much, but yeah, there was a period of time, and she probably still holds the shit now because she don't forget nothing. But she had like this jealousy, and I was trying to explain to her like. It's nothing to really be jealous of. It's just more of like you don't really know me, as crazy as that sounds.
Right.
But like I be out here. Like I have foundation and connections to so many different types of families, and so like I feel comfortable, or it's not even like a forced thing. I feel like sometimes like other people's parents feel comfortable calling me like son, and it's not a big deal. It's just more like a term of endearment. Like, I got love for you.
Yeah.
Like that type of love. And and maybe that's where I get it. Maybe I get it from her. Because if someone did that to G, I'm like, pump your fucking brakes.
Has an older person sunned you at work?
Sunned me at work.
So, like, at work now.
Oh, like, come here, son. Like, nah, I ain't never worked with nobody that old, I guess.
Shit, okay. I got that right now. But they black. Right.
And I feel like I don't think I've ever worked with.
Like, older black women will always like to say, like, oh, this is my play son, or that's my son right there, Like, they love to say that.
Right.
But that's they cool way of, like, trying to connect with you.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna be like, oh, that's my work mom. I'm not saying it back. Like,
I don't think no old white man has ever tried to be like, that's my son right there. I've never been claimed.
Yeah, I ain't getting that. I'm not saying it back in the reverse though. That's just look. If that's how you feel that I am towards you, cool. I may not feel about you the same.
But
way
in
the same
10
light.
years, some young whippersnapper's gonna come
I'm not
around
doing
and
that.
be like, "Hey,
it comes off as weird if I do it." Like, yo, that's my play son right there. Like, that's kind of crazy. No, the ones that say that to me are like older black women. The men, they don't say that shit. Men come with uncle vibes anyway.
that's what I thought." That's why I was so upset last night when Chris bruhed me. I was like, "Huh?"
Oh, it's kind of game. How'd he bruh you? What was the context? Or did he just say bruh?
I think I gave him a little kick because he was walking around not acknowledging me, like I wasn't in the room.
Yeah, being weird.
And he turned around and was like, "Bruh." I was like, "What?" I mean, I didn't. So I asked Adele, I was like, "Does he bruh you?" She's like, "All the fucking time." And I'm like, "You don't throw his ass through the wall?"
Yeah, he don't say it to me though. That's what maybe he think y'all sheep. Because I swear to God, like, my experiences do not be the same as how she be. Like, she asked me the other day to put Corey's eye drops in. She was like, "Look, the way she be treating me, I just get like the breakdown, like the subtle breakdown.
That'd be
shit.
a thing sometimes.
Yeah. It's cool. I've embraced it now. The young, like when they were younger and they was acting up, and it was, "Oh, I'm gonna go tell your dad." No, how about you tell you? Like, don't use me. But now at this point, it don't even matter. Last one I got for you. Would you have a problem if the person that you were with was a surrogate?
Did I put that in there?
No, I think I did.
Nah, I remember because I know why I put that in there. But yeah. So I was I got that. I was like, "Oh shit."
Tell me. So I'm pretty good. I'm pretty sure that I did. Maybe we're on the same wavelength. But tell me your story then. I didn't have a story. I just randomly thought about.
Well, somebody I know, I ain't seen him in a minute, and he was like, I was like, "Oh yeah, what's good?" Blah blah blah. And him and his girl were having some issues, and they weren't together for a time. And I don't want to say his girl, his wife. They had split up, and then they were like getting back together, and this is the first time I've seen him since that. So I'm like, "Oh, everything cool? Y'all good?" And he's like, "Yeah." He had a new whip, he had a new spot, so like a lot of shit was happening. And I was like, "All right, seems like things are on the up and up." And then he's like, "Yeah, man, and she gonna be a surrogate." And I was like, "Er?"
Oh, so all the items and shit was before the surrogacy, or she already got the down payment?
They still like in the early process of like finding somebody.
And he's okay with that. Do they have kids already themselves?
Yeah.
You know, like people make between 60 and 100,000, I think, for doing
I
that.
think he said she was gonna get like 80 or something.
Yeah, and so I personally wouldn't have an issue with it, but I feel like I shouldn't. If I'm not getting paid the money to go endure this with you, I shouldn't participate at the same level as I would.
Oh, if it was
my kid, yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Like taking you to the doctor and then like rubbing your feet.
Right,
and
this
shit.
is your job.
Yeah.
This is your place of employment.
Yeah, you signed up for this shit, man.
Go make that motherfucker rub your feet.
Yeah, I'm good. Like, but other than that, I wouldn't trip. I just would ask, like, what's the motivation, right? You can't enjoy being pregnant, and the money can't be that amazing because
some women enjoy being pregnant.
Yeah,
it might not be the majority, but there's definitely a community.
As a husband, do you feel like you should get a breakdown of that?
Of the money?
Yeah.
Well, what's yours is mine. What mine is yours, right?
Yeah, but you're not carrying though.
How am I supposed to carry?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, hey, no, I don't.
But you're in part of this process.
Do
if
I
you're
walk
married
into
to
your
this person.
cubicle and start doing your work for you? No, that's your job.
All right, well, so
but that's another reason too why I'd have a problem with it.
But how much do you think that your spouse deserves? Is 80 enough?
Oh no.
How much? What's the number?
$1 million.
Off rip, just $1 million.
Nah,
Easy.
It's my temple.
Nothing.
Do I sound like I'm trying to control women's body by saying I have a problem with it?
Not necessarily, because I feel like when you're married to somebody, man, it's like, yo, like this affects me too.
Right.
So I should be able to say, like you know what? And as much as like someone may think that may come off as that, the equivalent is that if you got to tell me what I need to wear when we go to a party or something like that.
I don't know if that's the same.
Nah, to me it is. Yo, don't tell me about what I'm doing. You policing what I'm wearing.
If we fall on hard times and the only thing I got is to slang this peen, I got to do what I got to do. You telling me I can't go do that?
I love my next scenario. I'm glad you took us there. Hit my hand claps. There we go. We're potted now. We're back.
I don't know how much I'm gonna get, but I'll be out here.
This one's kind of lengthy. That's what she said. But I want to make sure that we talk about this because Lex brought this up saying that we fell on hard times. Like, yo, if I got to sling this peen, I might need to. But this is somewhat in that same realm. I'm 35 and I've been married to my husband for 12 years. In the last 2 years, I've developed extreme pain with sex. The pain is so severe that I essentially am no longer able to have sex. I have been to the doctors and the specialists, and they have diagnosed me with endometriosis. Now, to the point of this post, my husband approached me earlier this week. He approached me earlier this week and asked if we can have an open marriage for him to have sexual encounters because he believes he can't go the rest of his life without sex. The question honestly shocked me because we have an amazing relationship and 2 children together. I informed him that I would not be comfortable with this, with him being out sleeping with other women. As to me, this is cheating, and it would put me in a terrible mental state. He told me that it would not be anything emotional. It would be a sexual encounter, and he has no intentions of leaving me for one of these encounters. I told him that I will still not be comfortable. He understands it would upset me, but he also believes it's selfish of me not to consider his needs and his wants to have sex in his life. I feel like he is being selfish in this situation. So please, let me know. Am I in the wrong in this situation? And to clarify, we have other forms of intimacy. Oral and hands used regularly. We have also tried the back door multiple times, but it didn't work out too well.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
I'm gonna put it to you like this.
That is a conundrum.
That last piece that she put in there.
It's important.
Let me tell you, Ma, it's not the same.
No, it's not.
like I gotta tell you, it ain't the same. So I'm gonna ask you this in the reverse. You find out, you know what? You should just you're not able to pitch a tent. That's what I thought you was talking about yesterday.
That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
I was seeing how many people was on the same page.
I think they thought you was like, yo, like Coleman, you know, the little
no, that's
the
what
camping
I. That's
gear
what
shit.
I.
Like,
the answer was yes to both, so it didn't matter.
Yeah,
I knew they meant to actually set up some camping shit.
Okay, but
I was trying to be funny because you took out all the other fun cards.
Yeah, when you said pitch a tent, I was like, well, I think he's at an age where shit should still work. But let's just say you can't pitch a tent anymore.
Yeah.
Your wife approaches you and she tells you, or your girlfriend, whoever, right? They approach you and they say, hey, am I able to have sex with somebody else since I'm not able to with you? And you know what? All the mouth and hand stuff isn't the same to me. I know you're trying your best.
Don't hit me with that. That's one of those bless his hearts.
Hey, look, if you're not able to pitch a tent, that is a bless your heart situation.
Yeah, for real.
So would you be upset if your partner told you, hey, you know what? I want to be able to, you know, have these moments because I feel like having some type of body connection is important. Or not some type of the act of sex is important.
Yeah, it's definitely a fair question. It definitely should be given some fair consideration.
All right, but
I can argue both sides. So if you want me to argue this side, I'll argue this side.
I want you to put yourself in that situation. If somebody asks you that, like, are you cool with it?
I think it'd be hard. I think it'd be harder to answer if I was the one, if I was the dude, if I was her husband. In this scenario,
and he's only 40.
So what I'm saying is, like, me speaking from the man, like, let me put myself in that position. They're both sides are totally fair in what they're asking for, but what I'm doing is the same thing when I say, like, I do, and it's like, oh, they've been married 12 years. This is the marathon that we're talking about. And even though I don't believe in, like, the hoopla about, like, the marriage shit, like the whole setup and the paperwork and all the other shit,
yeah,
I do take seriously the vows you say. And, you know, the main ones being, like, for richer, poor, sickness, health.
Yeah.
I would kind of put that in, you know, for lack of a better term, in the sickness area. Some shit popped off. Hey, this can't happen no more. It's unfortunate. Hey, closed mouths don't get fed, so I'm gonna try to get my shit off. Hey, do you think it'd be like totally out the question, just given the situation? That's a fair question to ask.
Yeah.
And if she felt that bad and she has logical reasons, like, hey, I understand why you have that question, and I really hate that I can't be that person for you. And maybe she's trying to get there. Like, yeah, I would want to do that, but it would really mess me up. It would put me in a bad mental state. And she said, hey, other than that, we have an amazing relationship. So to repair this one part of your relationship, you would now mess up everything else about it. And so now you're still going to be like messed up in a certain capacity.
She's messed up no matter what because he asked the question. And
she's got to get over that. She's got to get over that. But at the same time, I think if I was him, I'm going to try to get the shit off. Like, hey, but when she explains it that way, I'm like, all right, you know what? I figure that might be the thing. I just thought it was a fair question to ask.
If it were me, give me 10 more years.
Give me 10 more years.
At 50, like if my shit ain't working, for some unknown reason, like I can't, the pill ain't working, you know, throwing something on TV ain't working or whatever, or on the phone or something, and you need to go get an unmet need. At 50, I feel like I can let it go. But at my current age right now, at 34, I feel like, yo, you give me some time to figure this shit out. Let me, look, I could probably fix it. Like, I'm still in the I could probably fix it phase.
I've been seeing all these commercials.
Yeah. Like, yeah. He's like, give me a chance to rectify this. But at 50,
well, I'm assuming they've already tried that. She went to the doctor.
Well, no, yeah, but her shit is that. It's like it's just not an enjoyable experience for her. And if the doctor is saying that this is a lifetime thing, then that is something. Like I asked my wife all the time. I was like, yo, like if I couldn't, would you be all right with that? She'd be like, nah.
Your tongue ain't that good.
I'm lucky, but I'm just lucky that right now I'm not faced with that like in my life. Like that's not something that's come up.
All right. But I love playing those scenarios because that you got to have those questions answered before you go all the way with somebody.
Part of it should have been that I should have asked these before we got married, but I don't think that would have been a deal breaker.
You ain't thinking about it, right?
Hypotheticals aren't deal breakers to me though.
No, but well, some of them to some people, some of them are.
Yeah, but I don't think that's fair because I feel like some people should be able. Some people should be able to grow.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is...
No pun intended.
What I'm saying is if they don't grow and you still went with them, you can't be mad if they didn't grow in that scenario.
Not at all. I'm not mad at that one bit. All right, well, I mean, hopefully we answered this as best we could. I mean, I don't know. I feel like my man's question is valid. If he's 40, she's 35, and it's like, yo, they have to spend the next... assuming that she lives until she's 70... and he's, 75 too. Like, for my man to go another 35 years without enjoying sex is kind of crazy. Like, that's a lot. That's a big ask for somebody.
She can do. She needs to look into it. If just not going on one doctor's view. There's a lot of medicine out there now for him to mention.
A lot of mouth and hands.
All right. So here's the last one that we're going to hit, and then we're going to get up out of here, man. Let's get the fun facts out the way. Make sure I didn't get a chance. Some of these things is good that I didn't get a chance to read these off. The first live stream occurred in 1993 when a band called Severe Tire Damage performed live from the Xerox Research Palo Alto Center. This was a groundbreaking moment in streaming. Didn't know streaming existed in 1993. I thought this was a fairly new concept within the last 15 years.
Yeah, that's one of those, like, people thought the internet came around in, like, 2000. And it's been around for a very long time.
I didn't know anything about... But there wasn't, like, video... Like, YouTube, it wasn't until, like, the early 2000s and shit like that. So for this to happen 12 years before that... 12 years before that even happened. I want to say YouTube came out 04, 05-ish around that time. We were talking about it. So just to see that was kind of wild. This one right here, this is the one that had me thinking a little bit about how much we just waste our time and do things just to be doing them. The average person spends about 6 months of their entire life waiting at red lights. And all of them are not equal to each other, but like morning traffic and all that shit, man. I think about that. Like even today, I was up in Escondido playing golf. It took me like 35 minutes to get down here. But any other day for me to leave from where I'm at now to get to work, man, it's about a 50 minute commute. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, like it shouldn't be like this, but there's just, too many people on the road and not everybody's equally good drivers. But that 6 months of your life at red lights, I start thinking about like, what else do we waste our time doing? Like imagine like when we go to restaurants, how long you waited for food, right? Like you probably spent like a year of your life waiting for food to be prepared for you.
Yeah, but see, at least with that, you can do more in the multitask. So it's like, waiting for food, that part doesn't really matter because I'm also socializing at the same time. I'm getting something else off in that waiting period, so it's not like I'm sitting there quiet waiting for food.
That's true.
You know what I mean? In a red light, okay, maybe I could check my phone and do whatever, but you're not supposed to do that.
Right.
Maybe I could, do whatever, but yeah.
But we spend a significant amount of our time in life like
Doing
waiting for shit to happen too.
Yeah.
Waiting for food, waiting at a red light, waiting in line somewhere. Like we did the line one too. I think that was up here. So we spend like years of our life waiting for something. Right? And I guess there's nothing wrong with that because a lot of people have this like want to have instant gratification for things or like instant results for certain things. And, but it's funny that like in a lot of different realms, man, we spend it waiting. I think about this. So 3 weeks ago, I didn't get this off because I wasn't in a space to where I wanted to like really tell it or remember that it even happened. But I was on my way to work and there was a guy behind me in a Ford Ranger. I looked down, I'm going 75. He didn't like it, right? And he goes around me, right? Hits the gas or whatever and then pulls in front of me.
He thought you were going too slow.
Yeah, 75, right? And I was like, 75 is pretty decent, bro. And it's midday. It's not like I was on my way to work a little late, and it was like, yo, bro, it's not like whatever you got to do is not that important. You should have left earlier, right? I got somewhere that I need to be that's important, but I'm going 10 miles above the speed limit.
You speeding?
Yeah, I'm speeding at this point. So I look in his back window in the Ranger, and I see he throws me the bird.
He has some truck nuts?
Yeah. He was at the back. Nah. It was but he was an old 70-year-old, 60-year-old Trump supporter looking dude. Looked like he probably wore overalls. But he flipped me off. You know me. I got road rage, right? So I was like, yo, you in this Ranger, you don't know this shit get up, so I'm about to catch you.
I got 86% battery in this bitch.
I'm about to get you. So I pull through, and I look at him, and I smile. And he flips the bird at me again. I said, oh, you think I'm play pimping? All right. I speed up. I pull in front of him. I take out some loose change that was in the center console.
Wealth.
I hold him... Loose change.
You threw the change in the air.
Oh, I held it. I held it in the air just to make sure because we was on the turn. Once we get off the turn, I release it. Shit sprinkle all across his window, right? Then I shift over all the lanes because my exit was coming up. I was like, I've been fucking around with him for long enough. And so I look over and he looks over at me and he's just shaking his head. Like, it was like, bro, like, what else you want me to do?
Shook his head like, you got me? Or
Yeah,
shook his head
shook
like...
his head as like, look at this clown. What is up with him? Like, I'm the problem. Like, I'm the problem. But you're the dude that's like using your car to like speed up. And so, like, I say all that to say people lack patience. That's my whole point of saying that. Right? It's like, yo, every time we turn around somewhere, like somebody always wants something instant. People pick up playing golf and shit or a new hobby or something and feel like they should be like, people don't respect the process is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but also some people who are highly efficient and their time is worth so much. Yeah, they can't.
This motherfucker's retired, so
they can't. I mean, not that point, but like our original point of like, oh, well, it's all good if you're waiting because most people instant gratification, blah blah blah, whatever you're saying. Some people need that time, or that's why some people are like, all right, well, that's why I don't drive and I have a driver because if I'm waiting at a red light, well, I'm still getting shit done. I'm in the back seat making calls, sending emails, lining shit up, whatever I'm doing because my time, I need every second I get.
I'm not mad at it. Time is the most valuable thing that you can have, in my opinion, because not everybody has it.
It's the only thing you can't get back, can't buy more of.
No,
you can't.
Not at all. We get real deep here.
I guess technically you can buy more of it when, I'm sure they approach you for like buying pension years and shit.
You know what? What movie was that? There was a movie with Tom Cruise, I believe. And you had to buy like time on your life. Minority Report.
Yeah.
Was it Minority Report?
I'm not Tom Cruise guy.
It was one of those movies, but like I thought that it would be dope if you could add years to your life. I gotta remember what movie that was. It's fucking with me now. All right, the world's largest pizza was 131 feet in diameter, but a popular YouTuber made the world's largest pizza within the last year. So I don't know if they've updated the Guinness books, but it took hundreds of people to do it. I think approximately like about 400 people. 10,000 pounds of dough, 5,000 pounds of sausage, 9,000 pounds of cheese, and it created 68,000 slices. Real random ass shit, but what I like the most is that they donated the pizzas to families that were in need.
The fuck were they gonna do? Eat it?
Well, I mean,
They did this on an episode of Hey Arnold once.
What was that?
The biggest pizza puff. I thought he had the record this whole time.
That shit's fucking hilarious. How do you remember that? That's funny as hell. Oh shit, the biggest pizza puff is crazy. But I guess it had to be served hot. You had to finish it within a certain amount of time for it to be part of the world record and shit like that. But I just found it weird because these motherfuckers was wearing tennis shoes where they was like dropping the dough. And I was like, hey man, you
at that
do what you gotta
point,
do.
to make something that big, like just the amount of space you need, there's no way it's like sterile. Like that shit is.
Yeah, that's it,
the elements is in it.
Too many hands in there. Definitely COVID in a few boxes. So yeah. The average person spends about 90,000 hours at work in their lifetime. Pissing it away. We're doing that for our ability to get resources. And then the last one I got for you is that for land speed, right? The fastest a pig has been clocked at is 12 miles per hour. You think you can hit, what do you think your top speed would be? Miles per hour range. I think I'm at around 13 miles an hour.
Yeah, I would say 12 sounds doable. I think I can get to one more than whatever you gonna say.
I'm at 12. I feel like you could probably get but Tyreek Hill and those guys probably run about 21 miles an hour.
I think 22 might be like the
world record. I mean,
what you can top out at for like our species at the moment.
Yeah.
I want to say at least 22 probably got.
I think I got a firm 13 pause, but I think like I got a firm 13 in me. Absolutely.
The tough part is, when's the last time you sprinted?
Full speed?
Yeah.
No.
The thing is, you think it's like riding a bike, but man, when you haven't sprinted in a long time,
distance
you be
matters
like, wow.
too. The distance.
Because I be like, damn, I run every day, I jog, I walk, I'm always moving.
But not full speed.
But when you sprint, you're like, wow.
Here's the reason why I don't go full speed, right? And I'm gonna tell you, this is why when you said that, because there's been times where like I've gotten to maybe about 75% of what I can do, but like when you put something together,
the pistons start overheating, you start seeing the shit coming on,
and the bolts start getting shaky. Like I'm afraid, like I've had a little bit of knee pain for about 4 or 5 months now. That like I've been cool with like doing regular everyday shit. But I know if I went balls to the wall or whatever, like I'm gonna have some issues. So the last time I hit a full dead on sprint was probably the last time I played ball or something like that, and chasing something. And even in that, I don't even think I hit max speed. Like that's
40-yard dash type of sprint.
Here's the thing: what other reason would I need to do that? Like right now between you and I
don't run from the police.
Like even when you do your marathon, you gonna sprint the last little quarter mile or whatever, or the last little stretch that you have.
Yeah.
Full, but see, that's not even your full speed because you've lost a lot of whatever.
So it don't feel it because I do that on the end of my longer runs too.
Yeah.
To try to get my heart rate up, and yeah, it feels different. You're like, I know I can move faster than this, but I'm also trying to sustain it for a longer period of time.
So it's like,
I'm emptying the tank, but it's not full on dead on sprint.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's like 75.
There's a dog behind me.
Yeah.
Type of shit.
Now that shit, even with that, I might just say, look, man,
fuck it, you got it.
I think I'm gonna try to square up with the dog.
You about to just John Witherspoon it. I got bit in the ass today, son.
Yeah.
By a stinking ass Billy dog.
Yeah, that's one of the ones where I'd be like, you know what? I would just turn around and be like, look, either you got it, or
What happened to your ass, Mr. Jones?
or you know what? I was watching two bears fight, and I was like, yo, like he got me. I'm done. This is too brutal. So, all right, man, let's get out of here, man. We wanted to make sure we threw something together for y'all, man. It's been a while since we've been connected. But we did an hour and 10. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. 3 cheers. I want to wish everyone a happy holidays. I hope you guys had a great Christmas by the time this episode comes out. New Year's is coming up. It is getting wild out here, especially out here in Dago, man. It's it's hot out here, man. It is really getting hot. Even where we was at yesterday, I told you, I was like, you know, like it's hot in my neighborhood. It's hot in the spot that we was at yesterday.
That spot been hot as long as I can remember.
Yeah, man. It's just like, you know, be safe. My man hit me up and he was telling me like, yo, you should come through for New Year's or whatever. He live out like closer to Alpine. It's hot out there for me too, though. Like those are the spots as a black man I don't want to be at, right? So it's hot no matter where you go to. It don't matter. But he was like, yo, we doing the East Coast theme. I said, oh, so basically like when 9 o'clock hits, that's when the ball drop is for you.
Yeah, we trying to get the fucking sleep.
Well, he was saying that they got kids and shit like that, but people could stay longer. But he just said like we're gonna do the celebration parts at like 9. And so when I thought about it, I was like, damn, man, like I don't want to have to drive from like where we at all the way over there, drink or whatever, or hang out or whatever, and be out in the cold all day and then come back. And if we come back late, people shooting and shit like that. So like I'm officially like embracing like this old head, I ain't about to do shit mentality. You know what I mean? So be safe, man. Definitely. Anything you got for 3 cheers?
I would say 50. I seen his movie studio in Louisiana.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
That shit
He's
up.
on some Tyler Perry type shit, huh?
Yeah. I didn't know I don't remember the details because I can't remember the property he acquired. It looked like a prison, but
Smart.
hey, in Louisiana, you know, cheaper land, you get shit off out there.
And just to have a building though, like
Nah,
sometimes
this is more than a building. This is an estate.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like you need to have like a whole ass like
Yeah.
compound or whatever,
Yeah,
and there's not that many of those around. Like I imagine for commercial real estate, it's not like you can find 1 million of those in great locations where people can access it near major airports and shit. But shout out to 50, man. Absolutely. If it wasn't for 50, we'd be stuck with like bad Tubi movies.
Oh man,
He's like the in between of like really great movies and Tubi to me.
that's my favorite part. This is my favorite part about like the internet or like I don't do the social media too much. So the fact that they break down a smaller like clips and stuff that I can see,
Yeah.
it's even though I'm like a completist, like for shit like that, it's just perfect. Because
Yeah.
I see clips of Tubi movies all the time. I'm like, oh, I just needed this little 2-minute stretch.
Yeah,
and
I don't
I'm
need
good.
the whole thing. Like the little girl, when she's like, I'm just a kid.
And he
Yeah, I'm not saying
he shot everybody.
Yeah, I was like, yo. With
And the way they hit the ground. But it's perfect because it's like, for that reason, I need Tubi to exist. I need them to keep pushing content out.
Yeah, but there's been bad movies like that, just not in one collective place like that.
Oh my God. Because the only thing I can think of, like off top, that does shit that Tubi does is Above the Rim. And Above the Rim is a cult classic.
But there's still stupid ass like parts
They
of
like
it.
during the summertime shootout, like the ending sequence tournament.
Yeah.
They do like 3 separate shots. Like they do like multiple angles of 3 plays, and they just run those plays the whole time. I'm like, the ball done hit that bounce like 4 times already.
Each time.
And then the internet found this one too. They point out this one scene where this dude inbounds the ball. He throws a hella outlet pass, and then he's the one that catches it. I'm like, bro, who is in the editing room right now?
Carl Lewis.
Wearing a different.
Bro, it's Carl Lewis. That's funny as hell, man.
But yeah, man, shit like that is like, I appreciate shit like that.
Oh, man. So, all right, well, we out of here. We will see y'all. It's next Sunday, New Year's
Eve.
It is. Shit, look like we back here on a Saturday again.